The minimum effective dose, I always believe, is the best. For example, you have kids, they just start to work out and then they take like 2 cc's of test a week, while you can take maybe 0.5 and it gives you the same effects.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's just because where you're getting your information from. I think I think nowadays people are realizing like less could be more. But back, I remember when I first started, it was just like, you take 500 of this or that.
You know, there's a German approach where they say a lot helps a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's also an approach in Germany, literally, bro. In Germany, I tell you, the dosages are fucking crazy what these guys take.
Yeah,
you can compare to these Russian guys and stuff, also just like hardcore, and a lot helps a lot. That's literally how they...
But it's just not necessary. For sure not. And I think there's definitely a misconception where like, but I also think it's kind of shifting where like younger guys know that like they don't have to do as much. At least I hope so. Because that's the thing is like, it's, it's a very serious decision that like, I don't think people really understand.
That is what I feel like is also again the problem with the fitness industry in these days, is that it's too well accepted. It's too easy to say like, yeah, why not? I would take something. Like, why should I not take something?
Yeah.
You, everyone takes something. These guys online take something. This is the same, like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I believe lately that festival parties and drugs are really big. That all these kiddies, they go to all these festivals and they all take all these, I don't know if we can mention these substances.
Yeah, Molly
and
ecstasy, all that.
And they don't realize that this is very strong chemistry. Yeah. And they go to these fucking festivals and they fry their brain.
Yeah. I just think it's Jacob. You don't do that anymore.
No, and so as you also have all your friends, they go and they do it. And so like, it's not even a big thing anymore to go and take Molly, for example, is like, it's not a big thing. We all go and we all do it. Yeah. So same with fitness. It's like we all, these guys all take something. It's not a big deal to take something. By 5 years ago or something, it was less accepted, or so you had to hide it. It was not that open.
Yeah, it definitely complicates things because it makes you, just because everyone's either now talking about it or like okaying it because like everyone's doing it. It definitely makes more people think, well, maybe I'll try it. I think the important thing, at least if we're talking about the recreational stuff, it's like, yo, you do that stuff too much, it's gonna fuck you up. Same thing with the gear. You do too much of that shit, it's gonna fuck you up. That's the thing that I think needs to be taught, is like moderation. And people have talked about moderation forever, but it just sounds lame. So it's like, I expect someone to make their own mistakes with it. But at the end of the day, like, that's something you really have to understand. Like, all this stuff, whether we're talking about recreational drugs, and specifically like if we're talking about ecstasy and Molly, like that stuff, you can't sustain doing that a lot. Like, it's gonna fry your brain. It's gonna fuck you up. Like, I don't know how many people I know who have like abused that stuff for like too long, and they're just fucking whacked out people. Like, they're not normal anymore.